Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to RetroIsland.com. The only site for everything retro. RetroIsland.com. The Retro Island Network for everything retro. RetroIsland.com. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special episode of I Got Gameplay. Yes, welcome. I'm your host, Michael Burhan, of course, today in... Wait, it's not a Saturday. It must be an E3 day. Ah! Yes, and but with E3, there's times are changing, and I want to introduce...
Jeff?
Hello? Hello. And I want to basically introduce you guys to one of our newest members of I Got Gameplay. She just joined today after I stalked her on Twitter. She is Miss Jamie Styles.
Hey everyone, what's up?
What do you do, Jamie? Tell us, everybody, what you do. What do you do?
What I do? I'm an artist. I make clay charms. I try to sell them online. I draw. I cosplay. I just now getting into gaming. I've been stalking Resident Evil series and indie horror games for the past about 2.5 years now. So I'm pretty new to this whole thing, but quick learner. So here's hoping.
Yes.
So essentially, Conker is going to be in Spark.
Ooh.
Speaking of Conkers and Spark, let's introduce you to both of Getting Your Nerd On. This is a first, ladies and gentlemen. The first that we actually see this. A wonderfully gorgeous woman with Zach's face. Yes, that's Carla DePietro. Carla.
Actually, yeah, Kyla's actually not here. She's just talking. She's still watching E3.
Oh, you know what? She deserves one of these, I think. She deserves...
Yep.
Yeah, she deserves one. You know what's coming, Zach.
Betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me!
So,
yeah, well-deserved.
It is well-deserved. We also happen to have the hugest penis in the world, of course, Mr. Zach Latour.
That's me. What's up, baby?
Yeah, I've been actually telling Jamie about the fact that it's just huge, that it spans continents, that it literally poked me on the shoulder one night and I was scared.
I have been warned, yes.
Yeah.
It'll wake you up. So.
It's like Slender Man. It's really
I have played Slender Man.
And also, speaking of Slender Man, that's just a very weird segue, we have Mr. Craig Kellerman.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I'm good, Craig. I'm very, very good. I'm having a good day today. I basically managed to get out of the bed that I was trapped in for the last 4 days after doing my back in. It wasn't anything sexual, people. I'll just make that out now. I literally just did my back in because I've got a bad... There's a pinched nerve in my back, and if my muscles swell, that's it. It gets me too... Sorry about it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bit of technical issues going on in Blog Talk Radio. I'm trying to resolve them as we speak. I do apologise. Jamie, we've got you back?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I think it was Blog Talk acting up. I do apologise on that. Let's bring back our other hosts here. I do apologise. I did get a warning that Blog Talk was acting up yesterday, so maybe what's going on today as well. So let's talk about Microsoft and their E3 presentation. Was there anything that stood out to anybody?
Well, there is that Halo collection that's coming out, which is really awesome. I'm glad to see that they got all the Halo 1 anniversary, Halo 2, and Halo 3, 4, I think even 4 in one package. It's kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, for me, I'm not really a Halo fan. I know, don't boo me, people. I'm not a Halo fan. But it does look like something for those who haven't purchased previous gen. What about you, Zach?
Well, they already put out the first Halo, what was it, the anniversary or whatever the hell it was. So, I mean, I guess the only thing coming out new on there is the remastered remaking of Halo 2. But I will say that one reason why I like this, and I actually support this, not this one in general, but, the idea of it is because the biggest loss of Halo 2, I think, is the online play, because it's really gone. So this will bring it back, which I think will be really cool.
Yeah, it's like what made Xbox Live what it is today.
Yeah, I mean, they should still stop fucking around and just give us a real Conquer game, but okay.
Yeah, what was the deal with Conker's being on Sparks?
I don't even, Kyla, unfortunately, I was at work, I didn't get to watch Microsoft's thing, but Kyla just texted me and she was like, oh, Conquer is in whatever the Sparks or whatever the fuck it is. So I was like, well, sweet, at least they're bringing him back. I mean, Kyla was saying how he cut the logo in half with the chainsaw.
Yeah, he did.
And that's what he did in the very beginning of the N64 game when he came out, and he cut the N64 logo in half and then moved it out of the way and dragged the Rare logo over.
Do you think it's going to be Microsoft's way of saying we're not going to censor Conkers?
Well, I don't know so this game is it's like Little Big Planet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. They know that, like, Rare and them know that everyone wants another Conquer game, so I don't know why it just doesn't happen.
I agree. It's one of those things where it kind of bugs me, but on the same level, I think we want to see it badly, so I want to put it out there. Hey, Jamie, you kind of cut out on us again. It's a good question to actually ask you, being our newest host. What do you think of the Microsoft presentation for E3? Was there anything that stood out to you?
I really liked seeing the things for the new Tomb Raider game that's coming out.
Ooh, elaborate.
Ooh, yeah.
The Rise of the Tomb Raider. I actually can't wait for that. I think it's going to be fantastic. I personally like seeing games that are carried by all strong female characters, but, that's just, I guess I'm biased there.
Oh, it's not a kind of a bias, because I agree with you, but they've got to be written right.
I agree.
If you're looking at a character like Samus, for instance,
right.
She's written right. Unlike games like Super Princess Peach, which
oh, good lord,
that was just Peach on a period.
Yeah, pretty much. That was horrible.
So I do agree with you, and I think so far they have done things right with Lara Croft. When this time around, it's kind of one of those things where you can appreciate the character a lot more than what we did previously. Because when she was all just polygons and boobs, because literally,
yeah, pretty much,
they were staring you in the face. It was
she had this cool attitude.
What were you saying, Craig? She had the cool attitude.
Yeah, she has the cool attitude. Like, she's like well read. She's like a philanthropist and everything.
Basically, Batman.
Yeah, no, well, she's kind of like Indiana Jones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. And I really like what they did with the last Tomb Raider. And I'm glad they, like, rebooted the thing. But now it's like, now she's more grizzled and, like, she's ready for the next adventure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not going to be a scared young girl anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be more a developed character.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. It's kind of, with her, we get to see a lot more character development. I think that's the right step in the right direction. And yeah, the new game does look exciting because the fact we get to see a lot more. I've played the Tomb Raider game. I didn't buy the HD limited edition new one for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, which they did a re-release for no reason. But for me, it seemed like a really good way to go. What about you, Zach? Are you interested in this?
I'm not, but I know that Kylo, she's huge into Tomb Raider, and she bought the new one and she bought the definitive edition, and she's beaten that game like 10 times or something. So
Look at that, Kylo. Honestly.
Yeah.
Is it just? Do you keep picturing Zach when you stab the guy in the dick?
What? Who got stabbed in the dick?
Oh, the rapist.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I haven't played it, but yeah. So she's played it a shitload, and she can't wait till the new one comes out. So.
Man, you really got to play that game. I think one of the best games that came out in 2013.
Yeah, I have no doubt it is. There was one time when Kyla was streaming on Twitch, and there was like hundreds of people watching her.
Wow.
And of course, like people trolling out the ass.
Oh, of course.
People like proposing on there.
Oh my god.
It's like, no, it's my girlfriend.
She's like, I'm taken, even though my boyfriend's in a relationship with an AES. They probably saw the Getting You Know video. They're like, we're here for you, Kyla. We're here for you.
Hey, that AES doesn't love you.
Oh god, you should literally check out his channel. Zach has a very funny piece with him in that AES. So moving on from that, basically, was there anything that Microsoft put out there that made you go wow? Or is it kind of, we're looking at, okay, games, great, we're going to have some new games, we're going to see what's going on. For me, it was kind of like a bit of a rehash. You know, there was games that we saw, for some reason, we are running into the archive for some weird reason. But for me, it didn't seem like anything new was seen in this. Now, in terms of what Microsoft have done in terms of their presentation, how would you guys rate it? Is it something that we look at and think, wow, or would you look at it and think, okay, it's kind of something they could have covered very easily if they weren't doing the event?
I mean, the Crackdown 3 trailer was pretty cool. But other than that, it was just a few games that kind of like already knew about.
Yeah.
You know, just like you said, it's like a lot of rehashing, and I don't think Microsoft has too much to offer this year.
I would agree with that.
No, I agree wholeheartedly on that one. It's for me. I would basically look at it as something where it's now we've got to look at Sony's presentation, which is it's gonna be live, guys. In about an hour's time, so we're going to do a live sort of coverage on that and see how Sony sort of progresses. Now, saying that, going on from there, let's talk a little bit about Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft, again, for me, they, like last year was kind of the milestone for them. They kind of like had that whole huge presentation. They put out a load of games. They were talking about Watch Dogs. We had the new Assassin's Creed game that was available at that time. Now this year it's like they were going on about Infinity, and I just looked at it and thought, yeah, great, another Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, you mean Unity?
Unity, that was it. What do you guys think of it? Did you look at Unity and think, wow, another Assassin's Creed game? Hey, another Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan either. So to me, that's like, meh.
It just seems like they're beating a dead horse in the story. I'm like,
yeah, but it's the same thing with Call of Duty too. I mean, like they're pushing the new Call of Duty a lot. I don't know. It just seems like it's nothing but sequels.
Pretty much.
So they also produced a new dance game. Was it dance game or fitness? Jamie, we're kind of losing you. You got a stat going on there.
Yeah, I keep hearing static from you guys. I'm not sure whose end it might be mine. I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
I think it's coming from yours because I can literally watch your box flash and listen to your static go in and out. But hopefully that'll rectify itself.
Let me try and kind of get resituated here. Let me see if I can't find a better spot to do this.
Agreed.
Internet might be being a bit fussy here.
I think so. So what about you, Zach? Was there anything that stood out for you in terms of the Ubisoft conference?
I'm trying to think. Well, one thing that what was it called? The Crew. I was wondering, like when they first said like you could drive like all over the United States.
Yeah.
And then they're like, then they were kind of saying, to get from like Florida to Los Angeles, you go through New York for some god unknown reason, and then South Dakota and like that kind of shit. But he said the mission is 2 hours long, so it went from them saying pretty much you can drive across the United States to, what I thought it was going to be like one predetermined track. You can't just drive anywhere you want to get over there.
That's kind of annoying though, isn't it? Because when we first actually debuted it back in last year's E3, it looked amazing. It made a lot of promises.
Yeah. Well, it's like I just don't get why they even said it. Why they even said pretty much you can drive anywhere you want in the United States, but it's like, okay, you just showed me this, and then you said you can't do that. So.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's just like, okay, so what else can you pull out your ass? Again, they've got a new, is it a Rainbow Six game?
Yeah, there's two, there's two Tom Clancy games. The Rainbow Six with the Siege or whatever.
Yeah.
That game, I was fucking impressed. That game looked cool. It was kind of just Capture the Flag with 8 players.
Yeah.
And the flag is a female hostage who's getting the shit beat out of her or whatever.
Which is always the case.
Yeah, of course.
For some reason, Tom Clancy likes to write well-written females to get the shit beaten out of them. For some reason. Jamie, I think that should be your job. Just go down to Tom Clancy's house and beat the shit out of him.
I can do that because I don't think that should ever be the case with a female character. I mean, come on, really?
Yeah, like, how do you like that? Bang! And then Tom Clancy's just lying on the floor quivering.
Well, to be fair, in the video, she didn't get the shit beat out of her. She was just a hostage tied up or whatever, so.
Zach said that with a lot of conviction.
Yeah, but that one I was actually really surprised. That one I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah, I thought Division was really cool.
Just so you know, we've got Oliver Hughes here today. Ollie, say hi.
Hey, guys.
We're just talking about the Ubisoft E3 conference at the moment. So, Craig, as you were saying, The Division?
The Division looks really amazing. I mean, granted, they didn't really show too much, they didn't show any, gameplay or anything. But it just seems like the progression of some of these games is just see how far they can take it and, disturb you.
Well, The Division, from what we've seen from the previous E3 as well, it has a very well laid out story. It's like the whole world's gone to this big apocalypse, so to speak. And it's generated by the state basically collapsing within itself. So it looks like a really good type of game to be going through. But again, is there anything that you guys would want out of this? Does it make you want to buy this game?
Oh, absolutely. This game reminds me of when I first saw the trailer of The Last of Us. I think it's going to be that kind of caliber game.
Yeah, but Last of Us had those very nice, well-written characters. This one, it's more about what you can do online, because apparently you're going in groups of people, aren't you? So it could be like, for instance, me, Zach, Jamie, Ollie, and yourself go online against other groups of people, taking their supplies, going all the way around the United States. Do you think it's going to have set missions and stuff? Oh
yeah, absolutely. I at least I hope it will, and I hope it's one of those games where they update it every couple of months, new missions, new storyline stuff.
Yeah, and it's for me. That's what I want to see. I want to see how they progress in that. We've seen a lot of gameplay, but they need to now start hashing out the story a bit more, showing us what we're going to be in for, and hopefully they do have a sort of a single player or a local multiplayer type mode in it. Well, what about you, Jamie? What do you think of The Division?
I think it looks pretty cool. A lot of games are taking advantage of this whole bioterrorist thing that people have finally caught on to. As far as it, I don't know if it'll actually kind of be on par with The Last of Us, but I think it has a chance.
Oh no, I agree with you on that one. What about you, Zach?
It looked alright. I'm kind of burned out on the whole zombie apocalypse shit. You see it everywhere: comics, TV, movies, fucking games, everything. But
Zach's house.
But it will. What's up?
Zach's house.
But it definitely, I don't know, it's definitely cool. I would like to see, I guess I would just like to see they just showed a trailer, so they didn't show any gameplay, but I'd like to see, I guess, what it is. I mean, this isn't a game I would buy day one. I mean, I pretty much don't buy any games day one, but one thing is, if you guys were watching the E3, like the four people who were talking, the guy brought up Beyond Good and Evil 2, and that was one of my favorite games when I played it. I really, really liked that game. And you were talking about strong, like, female protagonists in games. I think Jade was one of my favorites. She was fucking awesome. She's a badass. But, he brought up 2 because there was a trailer a couple years ago that came out, and I was like, you know what, shit, maybe we will see that. Because he said that they showed some, like, artwork or some shit during a different video. And then I remember when the CEO came out and he said he was going to show one more game, and I was just like that guy. I was like, holy shit, this could be it. And then it was like multiplayer, like this is taken from real multiplayer or whatever, and I was like, that's not it. So I guess we're probably never seeing that game.
True. Ollie, what about you? What did you think of the Ubisoft presentation? Did you watch it?
I'm watching the trailer now. I didn't watch the actual presentation on the kind of E3 website.
Look at Ollie, like, freaking condensing everything.
Well, I only just found out this is on, that you guys are talking about this, so I thought I'd at least try and do some research rather than just talking out my ass.
Yes.
I thought the Mirror's Edge 2 looks kind of cool, too. You guys play the original Mirror's Edge?
Yeah.
I think this game looks... they said they're building it right off of that engine, but they're making it more, like, fluid. And they got, like, a bunch of guys that are doing, like, parkour and all this stuff. And, they're hooking it up to their body movements and stuff. So the game is going to be, like, really realistic, but in that cool, like... Batman sort of way, I guess. And talk about strong female characters. Faith is incredible.
Yeah, she was really awesome. The only problem I had was that the game made me so motion sick. I watched a friend play it, like, brought it over to our apartment and started playing it, and me and my boyfriend both were like, oh, okay, whoa, can we turn that off?
Yeah, it's a really difficult game, too. Like, so many button presses and stuff. I think they're going to try to make it more accessible.
That's good.
But the guy said that, there's going to be multiple passes. You can pick any way you could get through the level or, like cityscapes and everything. So I think that's going to be an interesting game to come out.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 110% on that. Oh, and I forgot about the highlight of the Xbox show, which is available now. It's the Dead Rising DLC. It's the Ultra Super Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Alpha.
Oh, God.
Basically, it's a DLC you download to play 4-player, so that everyone could actually fight against each other on the same game. It looks fun and quirky, but I don't know if there's any replay value in this.
I'm not even sure there was any replay value in the original series.
For someone who actually loves the series because it's such a parody.
Well, okay, I can see that.
I kind of agree with you, though, because I haven't played my original Dead Rising games in ages. But still, it's something that you could play. It seems that Capcom's trying to put the party in the party games, in a sense. Right. But it is kind of weird that the only thing that Capcom are releasing is this. They didn't promote anything else, did they? It's just Dead Rising 3 DLC.
There was a few other things that were that they put out, but nothing really that stood out. It seemed like they really kind of dropped the ball on this one. I know I'm a big Resident Evil fan, and we're like, okay, we've seen a lot of actual industry leaks on new Resident Evil games, and they didn't actually say anything about it. So
yeah, because they've got the new Resident Evil 2 online multiplayer game that they're doing now, aren't they?
Right, that, and they've actually had an industry leak not too long ago about an enhanced Veronica game, which I don't know what that's going to be. I'm not sure if it's going to be a rehashing of 3 or if it's going to be just like an actual new game itself.
Well, apparently as well, they're going to have a new, there's going to be a new Resident Evil game released starring Alice.
Oh my God! Yeah, I heard about that. I kind of wanted to burn Capcom to the ground.
Yeah, me too. It's like she's not the female protagonist that you really want to use.
She's not a female protagonist, and exactly, she's not. The movies totally destroyed that franchise, and I feel so sorry for them.
No, I agree with you. It's like I could literally, I'll say this to Zach the other day, I was like, you can literally, time each movie by your watch. It's literally Miliosevic half naked, Miliosevic kills some zombies, Miliosevic gets dressed, Miliosevic goes through all loads of zombies and defeats someone, and then cliffhanger ending.
Exactly. The only thing I can appreciate is that their Albert Wesker is really attractive, but whatever. Whatever.
Now we know what she's into. She likes the bad guys.
Hey, who wouldn't? The bad guys, bad girls, I don't discriminate.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, Ollie, sorry, you're too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, Ollie. Just put it on the lost board, it's fine. So, what does anyone else think of this whole DLC thingy? Zach, do you care?
Well, it's not really that I care. I just think it's funny that, the title of this thing is almost like they're just making fun of themselves because that's what they do. They put out the same fucking version of the same game, 15 or a different version of the same game 15 times, trying to make, their consumers keep buying the new stuff. So they give it this dumbass title, which I just feel that, I don't know. I just feel like they're just doing this calling it that just because it's almost like they say, like, if you're willing to make fun of yourself, no one can make fun of you. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of why they're doing this. So they can be like, so next time someone says, oh, Capcom's a bunch of douchebags for doing this, they can be like, oh, well, we've joked around before, so we're fine and we're cool with everybody.
Yeah, puts on their shade.
Yeah. So it's like, you're still a dick and whatever.
Craig, you're breathing heavily. Put yourself away from the mic, Craig. Away from the mic. I don't know if he just saw someone nude. That's probably what made him breathe heavily. I have no idea. But I probably don't want to find out. I swear I do not. I haven't sent him any nude pics. Now, going on to that, back to sort of the Ubisoft conference. Again, is there anything that stood out to anybody? Is there anything that you'll sit there, apart from the Division, of course, that's made you sat there and go, that's an amazing conference? Because to me, again, it just seems really lackluster this year so far. I look at it and I think, yay, I think, some games. There hasn't been that big announcement that's kind of got me hooked and said, wow, I'm so excited, like last year with the announcements of the Division, when the announcements of like the new titles that were coming out for these consoles, they made you sit there and go, wow, this is amazing. Now with nothing elaborately new, they're just like, yeah, we've got another Assassin's Creed game that we already announced like a month ago anyway. Oh, look, there's an update on these games. Footage. Oh, look, there's something else that's going on. It hasn't really took to me yet as to if, what are they doing that's new, that's innovative. Ubisoft have done a fitness game that just seems really pointless. Would you use it, Zach? Does that want to get you into fitness?
It doesn't get me into fitness, but I definitely think it's a funny idea, and it seems like it works. I don't know. It seems like it's like they said. It's something like more fun and not challenging, but like competitive than just they instead of like slapping some athlete on the box and fucking selling it. So I think that was cool. The Just Dance thing, I didn't quite understand how the phone thing works, but
yeah, I didn't either. It's just like that. Was like another Just Dance game.
Yeah, because they showed like 50 people dancing, but it's like, who fucking cares about the phone at that point? Just dance in a room.
Is that what you do, Jamie? Just dance in a room?
I do. I learned a lot of K-pop dances and stuff like that, so I do just dance in a room.
So there you go. She dances in the room by herself. Sometimes when people take pictures, we don't judge in here.
Exactly.
Zach does it. He dances with his AES. He just,
Yep.
He uses it like a snake, but he has the cord around himself. And he's like, do. It's like some weird belly dancing thing. It's like he's chained to Jabba the Hutt, but it's his AES.
I love it. I love her.
Oh god, this joke has been beaten to death. Anyway, let's. What about you, Ollie? What would you do? Would you get fit by using this new Ubisoft game?
I've technically been told that when I try and dance, I look like I'm allergic to music, so probably not.
Oh my god!
Do you have seizures when you're on the floor?
No, I'm standing.
It looks like it's allergic to music. Oh, you poor fellow. Whoever told them that, just tell them that they don't know dancing.
You know who told me that.
I probably do, and I'm probably going to have to send her a text message laughing. Anyway, what about you, Craig? Does this make you want to go and do fitness?
Nothing makes me want to do fitness.
It's the only workout.
Yeah, go on, Zach.
Does it involve eating donuts? Because I do that good.
Yeah, go on, Zach. The only workout
people like is sex.
Yeah, it depends who you talk to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've known some people who just been like, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, was it good for you? Did you enjoy it? I don't like marathon sessions. Okay, that was a quote from an ex-girlfriend. I'm not lying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't like marathon sessions. No, I'm freaking not even joking with you. And she goes, I don't like marathon sessions. It has to be over by this time. And then we weren't seeing each other.
And then you shoot it in her eye.
Yeah. She knows who she is, and if you're listening, sorry, I had to tell people. Anyway.
I told you not to tell anyone.
No, yeah. I said girl, Ollie. Girl, not bloke. And I swear, in the end, if that was the case, I probably would have been slapped in the face by you when you stayed over that one night. Anyway, going on from that now, we're looking at the titles that are coming in. You've got like we've seen new footage of the Halo 5 game from Microsoft's standpoint. Does that, are you guys excited about this, or do you think that, like me, that the Halo franchise should have kind of been buried by now? And there's no new update on the Halo TV show, is there?
I thought it said on the picture for the Halo collection that it comes with the movie or the TV show. Or maybe it was a movie. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm making this up.
There was a movie.
Yeah, there is a movie.
But was there 6 seasons in the movie? So they had to do a community thing. For those of people who've just gone over their heads, it's fine. Now, but Spielberg was going on about that he was producing a Halo TV series that's going to be exclusive to Microsoft's new TV streaming on demand service, which kind of disappeared.
Well, it's like why even fucking bother with your own service? It's like you're not going to beat Netflix. You're not going to beat Netflix. Netflix is a household name now. Like it's like I feel like it's like how when someone wants a tissue, they go like, "Yo, can you hand me a Kleenex?" Once that happens, no one else is getting their foot in the door. Once the brand is associated with the name to where it's like synonymous is where no one else is going to win. So, people are like, oh, let's watch Netflix, that kind of shit. I don't see Microsoft Television coming in and beating that. I mean, fuck, Apple Television isn't even beating that. So I don't see it happening.
Okay. So what do you think, Holly? Do you think that the fact they haven't talked about the whole TV series thing is kind of a worrying thing? Do you think they've just ended it and just went fuck it after people complained about the Xbox streaming video TV service, which I agree, after the last year's fiasco, everyone was like, we don't fucking give a shit that it streams my fucking TV unit, we just want a fucking console. Do you think they've taken that stance now and just went, yeah, you know what, fuck it?
Yeah, to be honest, I think what they did is they entered a realm that they weren't prepared for. There are too many other big boys like Netflix. There are even like live stream TV for free.
Yeah.
And you're going up against them, and just the convenience is it's on your console. But you get Netflix, you get Amazon Prime, you get all of these things on your console anyway. So they weren't offering anything.
The one thing that I'm actually glad about now is they've taken off that whole fucking fiasco of you have to be a gold member in order to play Netflix and shit on the console.
Thank God.
Yeah, that was a fucking pain in the ass.
Why the PlayStation's better? You don't need to be a PSN Plus member.
Well, currently, if you've got a PS4, you have to actually be a PSN Plus member in order to do multiplayer.
Well, yeah, but that's a totally different thing than having to watch Netflix, which you're paying for also.
Yeah. If they announced that by Sony, I think they would have just that would have been great. But saying that now, looking onto the Sony coverage that's coming up in the next half hour, Do you guys think that Sony have an opportunity here to pick up the ball and run with it again? Because Microsoft was kind of lackluster. Ubisoft didn't really do much apart from rehash like what we already know about. They did like show a few new games and bits and pieces, but there was nothing that sort of wowed everybody. Do you think this way Sony have an opportunity to come out and steal the show?
Yeah, if they bring out The Last Guardian, they win.
Yeah,
I think that was canceled.
Hey, don't just talk like that around here.
Yeah.
Zach's like you just
You
swore
bastard.
Yes. You insulted my girlfriend and kind of still sitting on the couch going, what the fuck are you talking about?
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Shut your whore mouth.
I almost said that. I was just about to say, you shut your whore mouth.
See, Craig, you've been told by our new host to shut your whore mouth, and you've been told by him to shut your whore mouth. So, Ollie, do you just want to tell him to shut his whore mouth as well?
I don't know him well enough. Wait, once I know him a little bit better, I'll pass on that compliment.
Okay,
Thanks,
I think you need to understand the meaning of the word compliment. I'm buying you a dictionary for your birthday.
Whoremouth's not a compliment?
No.
We live in different
Oh,
circles.
it could be.
Yeah, to a porn star, it's probably a compliment.
Oh, God. Okay. Right, Rocksteady Studios, Batman Arkham Knight. We're looking at that currently at the moment.
Oh, my God.
In terms of being delivered on the next-gen consoles. I know sort of Microsoft briefly touched on it. And obviously Sony's going to probably touch on it as well. Thoughts?
Harley Quinn. How she looks and how they made her act. I mean, what happened to the original Harley?
Dude, she was super hot in Arkham City. She was fabulous.
Yeah, oh my God, when she looked like the 16-year-old hooker. I don't know what your taste is, bro, but she used to have class.
And if you had put your ear to my window when I was playing that game, you could hear fat sounds.
Exactly. They made her nothing but a fucking fat magnet.
Fat magnet. Fat.
Come on, Harley had more respect for that. You think that Mr. J would go after someone who actually looked and did that? So, I mean, come on. She had class, and he chose her because she had class. Don't make me go Harley Quinn on you guys.
Whoa. You just did a perfect Harley Quinn accent. I think I need to talk to you later on.
I actually do the Harley Quinn voice when I go to conventions a lot. I'm known around here for my Harley Quinn.
Okay, we do need to talk later on. I think I've got an idea for you. Anyway, no, it's nothing like that. Anyway,
yes, it is.
I like that as soon as I said that, everyone was just like, "Ugh, man." Like, no.
This is why we can't have any good people.
This is why we can't have any new people on the show.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, Burhan drives them all away, and their couch. Yeah, so basically, going on to the rest of it, in terms of what we're looking at in terms of Arkham Knight, is everyone kind of glad that the series is ending? I'm looking at it thinking, okay, it's probably gonna be something awesome. I'm not gonna play it because it's not on the Wii U, because I don't own an Xbox One or PS4, which I did say that I'm probably not gonna go into buying those, due to the fact that at the moment it's kind of, I've already owned a next-gen console, which is my Wii U, and secondly, because of the fact that there's nothing appealing about the other two consoles yet, and I'm going to use the term yet, even though Dead Rising 3 is actually coming to PC, which I'm kind of happy about, because it means I don't have to buy an Xbox One. So, well, what do you think? So we'll start with you, Craig. What do you think?
About?
Yeah, the Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight? I wasn't never really a big fan of the Arkham City or Arkham Asylum games.
Whoa.
Wait, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I thought they played really well. They're really well-made games. I wasn't that into it.
Zach, you've got to stop bullying him, okay? Because all I'm saying is, whoa, I'm going to come to your house.
You need to like everything that I like.
No, I like Batman. I think Batman's great. I love the comic books. I love the movies. The video games to me, I just
sorry. Love the argument. Craig's like, I love Batman, so it's fine. You better like him. You better stop Batman's dick. Otherwise, I'm just going to kill you. You understand me? It's my Neo Geo AES, and I like her. Kiss it.
I
Kiss
love
my
her.
AES. Oh God, you poor fellow, Craig. No, the thing is, I'm a big fan of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Arkham Origins was kind of yeah.
I liked the take they did with Arkham Origins. I think Troy Baker did a fantastic job with the Joker's voice. I was very impressed, though I think that the game itself might be a tad lackluster.
Yeah,
as far as story goes.
That's what I was looking at. Not the Joker himself. It's more the fact that I just didn't feel that in general the game itself had that kind of Batman Arkham quality to it.
Right.
But now Rocksteady's back on board, and they just say that they're there to do it to end the franchise. What does everyone think out? What about you, Zach? What do you think about them ending it? Do you hope that this is just going to be the end?
Well, I hope it's going to be the end.
So I use God of War as a reference a lot of times because God of War told its story, and then people just raped it by trying to just put out extra shit. So it told its story in 3 games, and people just made all these injections and all this bullshit to just sell more copies because of a name. So I haven't played Arkham Origins, but Arkham City, as far as you know at the end of the game, I haven't played the other one, it's over. I don't even really like Batman. For me, it's Rorschach all the way. I think he's fucking the shit. I think Batman's a fucking douche. But
Rorschach's awesome.
Yeah, Rorschach's the best. But the Watchmen game blew balls. But anyway, But no, the games are really fun. And I remember when I played Arkham City after Arkham Asylum, I was just fucking blown away at how good it was and how much of an upgrade it was. I didn't play the Origin, but I just hope that this tells the story. Some people can tell a story in one game. Some people want a bigger picture where it takes them a couple games to tell a story. But once something starts getting milked, and it's either they're deliberately trying to not get to the end, or they're just injecting bullshit, is where I'm like, fuck this game. It should have ended a while ago.
So basically, yeah.
Yeah, well, not as much as I would say for I haven't played the third one, so I don't know where this one could go. I don't know if I'm ever going to play the third one. Fuck it, actually, I'll play the third one this weekend. So no, I don't know. I've only heard negative things about the third one, but I don't know. If this is the last and they can end it, just fucking end it. You don't need to. They don't need to beat a dead horse on every single video game just because there's money involved.
That's what they do with every franchise nowadays, though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the one thing, but it's the same thing that's happening with movies now. They want to see a bigger picture. They want to try and gain a fan base and increase it. And I think there's a way to do it, like what Telltale Games has done with their epic lineup of games. And there's a way not to do it, with every single Call of Duty on the fucking planet. The fact that they're releasing a Call of Duty HD collection makes me laugh.
I mean, why? Why is it even needed?
I wanted to bring this up. Burhan was saying how he was you don't support it, or you're pissed about HD collections, or one generation apart, or what's your view on this?
Well, basically, I don't mind. The thing I have no issue with is say if it's 2 generations or even 3 generations behind, like the GameCube, for instance. I don't mind them rehashing GameCube games in HD collections, as long as you don't own the game itself, right? And it also brings the game to a whole new market of people. But the thing that pisses me off is when you release another Lara Croft Tomb Raider game, the same game that's on the PS3 and Xbox 360, on the Xbox One and PS4, when it's only been out for, 5-6 months?
Yeah, right. Or I think it had been out for over a year at that point, but still, not very long.
Yeah, it's not that long. It's and another thing, it's I'm a big supporter of online play via various platforms. Like Final Fantasy 14. You can play it on your PC, you can play it on your PlayStation 4 and your PS3, and all servers link, by the way.
Yeah, but there's still a subscription fee, and it's a $60 game.
Yeah, no, I disagree about that as well. But
and we waited for, God, how many years?
Yeah, for them to get it right. And the fact that basically you have those 3 platforms, but I do disagree with the whole subscription-based service, because I think that if you're going to pay $60 for a game, you shouldn't really be paying a subscription, or at least give them a fucking 2-3 years free in the fucking thing.
Yeah.
There should have been a backwards compatibility thing with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I think that should be a big issue as well, because now they're re-releasing games.
I mean, the games are already in HD.
Yeah, pisses me off when they go, oh, but this is the limited Super Hyper Fighting Edition. Really? Really? It's like, Street Fighter Arcade Edition. I remember we were talking about this quite recently, that you get to download it for free, the Arcade Edition, but you still got to pay for the Ultra Edition add-on from Capcom.
Yeah, right. One thing I was going to say about these remakes is a lot of the times I'm all for it. I loved the Ico Shadow of the Colossus HD collection. I thought it was fucking awesome because I love those two games. And I think there's a huge difference between PS2 and PS3 graphics. I feel like the PS2 was just a little too weak to do everything looking really nice, unless it's cell shaded or something like that. And I feel like those worked really well on PS2. So a lot of times bringing it to PS3 is just that little kick that it needs to look obviously like really, really good. The reason I brought this up was because the thing that pisses me off is when people half-ass it. Konami put out that Silent Hill HD collection that was shit.
Oh my god!
For God's sake.
And
you know what?
It was
I will give a shout out to Fungo and Twin Perfect on this. They did a video reviewing the HD collection, and literally they actually got the series producer on his Twitter, and he was like, "Oh my god, where is the atmosphere? It's all gone." And it cracked me up, the fact that if you look at his tweets, he's going on talking shit about the HD collection, saying that they've ruined the fucking game.
Yeah.
They did. It was horrible.
It was.
And another thing is their attitude towards, I don't think they refunded anybody.
No, they didn't.
Like when E.T. came out for the Atari, people sent it back to Atari and was like, I want my money back. And I don't see why this wasn't a thing that went to court. They put out shit and they sold it for $40 and it didn't work. And then people are just out $40. There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh yeah, but Tom Hewlett is the biggest Silent Hill fan on the planet. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's not illegal to put out a shitty game though.
Yeah,
it should be.
But that wasn't it wasn't a shitty game. It was it was bugged. It didn't work.
Yeah, it was unplayable.
It's unplayable. The thing of it is they only patched one of the two. I don't know if it was PS3 or Xbox, but they only patched one, and I don't even know if that is a fully working version.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the patch they put on the PS3 version of the game to get it functioning, they didn't release in the Xbox 360 version.
Right, yeah. So they gave away a free game or some shit, but it was I don't know. These are the things that make it so gamers, people who play games don't want to buy shit right away. They don't want to buy game systems. They want all the bugs worked out, and then they'll buy it. If I bought that for $40 and that shit didn't work, I would have flipped shit, because you could have bought Silent Hill 2 and 3 on PS2 for less than that.
Yeah, no, I agree. And also the PC versions, which Twin Perfect went on about, you could literally upscale it in terms of resolution to make it look the same as what the HD collections were supposed to be.
Right, yeah.
But the HD collections were worse off. The voices, the characters, they butchered the game. For some reason, they kept putting freaking wind chimes in a lot of the music.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason. They redid the voices, and they didn't sound the same. They sounded like fucking idiots trying to do, something which wasn't broken. You didn't add the first game to the fucking HD collection, where fucking... if you look at the God of War HD collection, they had 3 games.
Yeah.
And you could only fit 2 games, 2 and 3 in it. Really? So no, I agree wholeheartedly. When I saw it out for release, my brother bought it, and as soon as my brother bought it through full price, he bought it like, "Oh, I'll get you one as well." He played it and went, "Don't buy this."
Yeah.
Like,
the Metal Gear Solid collection was really good.
I was just going to bring that up. Yeah, there's 2 Metal Gear Solid ones. There's the HD collection, which actually has 3 games on it, 2, 3, and Peace Walker.
Yeah.
And then there's the bigger one that has all of them.
Yeah, that's the one I got. I got that for $25 used.
Can't beat it. One of the best things ever.
And it was cool. There was a card in it because you could get the original Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation and the VR missions, but they were downloadable code. And because I bought it used, I was a little nervous. I was like, fuck, maybe I can't get these games. I put the code in and it worked. Like whoever had the game before me didn't utilize the codes.
Oh, I did that as well.
There has to be something, like a lot of the times the PS1 games aren't brought over. It's only the PS2 games. There has to be something going on with that, like why they aren't bringing those over.
Because they could sell them on the PlayStation Network. There's a large, PlayStation 1
the classics or whatever.
Library, yeah. I think that's what, because they're always adding stuff to that. So why sell it with this game when they just put it on there for like $4.99?
Well, what I'm waiting for is a Parasite Eve collection. That game was the bomb.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, I haven't played Third Birthday. I need to play that. Apparently, it got very bad reviews. I'm scared.
PSP?
Yeah, the PSP one. I'm scared that's going to destroy my childhood. But I'm going to end up having to play it because even though I'm going to probably get my childhood raped. So let's basically finish on that, guys. And so what do you expect so far? Has E3 been looking good for you? So Zach.
It's okay. I was just talking with Kyla about it, and she was like, isn't this awesome? This is so fucking cool. And I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm more of just like a retro guy, really. There are games that really pique my interest, like Stick of Truth. I love that game. But I'm a huge fanboy of South Park. But I don't know. There hasn't been anything that has piqued my interest, but there's cool things. There's stuff that I think look cool, but I don't know. I'm not huge into this generation or last generation. So, it's okay. It's nothing that I, if I didn't see it, I wouldn't be like, oh shit, I missed something huge. I don't care.
Okay. So, what do you think, Craig? Is there anything that you liked about this, or do you think it's, hasn't been that great so far? Hopefully it's going to get better.
I think it was pretty cool. Like I said, I like some of the games and some of the stuff that they were releasing. But, it's not going to be as big as last year's or whatever when they released the new consoles and stuff. Of course, new console generation, it takes a while for the games to come out. So, I'm not entirely disappointed with it, but, I guess it could be better. I've seen better.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Ollie, what about you?
My personal thing is, to be honest, they're pushing very heavily on the new consoles where there's not much out on them. The graphics are basically the same, the gameplay, but it's not enough of a step to get excited about. Like the PS2 to PS3 step was massive graphics-wise. So far, the graphics and the gameplay and stuff. So people are looking and going, okay, that's just an add-on. Okay, that's just a kind of an additional thing for a console that we don't want yet.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Yeah.
They're not ready. It wasn't ready. The whole next generation just wasn't ready.
Yeah, I agree. Even look at, I don't know, it's like the games, like the systems come out and like all these big games that should have been on it when they came out, weren't on them. And then you even look at like the Vita. That fucking thing is a train wreck.
Oh, that tanked big time, didn't it?
That sucks because it's a really awesome piece of machinery.
Yeah, they need to get it working with the console. And I was saying this to Zach, they could have sold more units if they just bundled it with the PS4.
Well,
yeah,
that's become like a last ditch effort. I think they are bundling with the PS4. But
well, they did mumble about doing it because on the initial release they were going to do a bundle with the PS4 and then they just didn't do it.
Yeah, well, they fucked that thing up. I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to have a system come out, why wouldn't you want it to come out with a bang? Like where everyone's like, holy shit, I want to play all these games.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Jamie, what about you? Is there anything that sort of caught your eye, or at the moment you're sitting there thinking it's not as great as last year?
I have to say the latter. I'm sitting here thinking it's not as great as last year. I don't see anything that's really that new. I don't see anything that really just intrigued me to the point where I was like, oh wow, I can't wait to either get this or like watch someone play it online because I don't have the money to buy all these consoles,
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's kind of falling flat unless Sony steps it up.
Last Guardian, let's do this.
Okay, so let's basically go from that, guys. And just do a few plugs before we leave the show as is, and then we'll recoup tomorrow and bundle in Sony with Nintendo, with everything like that. If you want to check out more of our coverage, guys, go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/IGotGameplay. You can also find us on nerdgenius.com, of course, as well. Let's do a quick few plugs. Jamie, plug away. Tell us what you've been doing at the moment.
Well, if you go to Facebook and look up Hazard Us Cosplay, HAZRD-US, you will find me and my boyfriend's cosplay page. We cosplay a variety of things, Resident Evil and Bioshock Infinite being the latest things. We just got back from MomoCon, so go to that page and give it a like and show support for us and see what else we have planned.
There you go. What about you, Zach?
As always, you can find me and Kyla on youtube.com/gettingyournerdon. We just put out a new complete gaming video, and I think that looking at all the votes, that I think I'm going to win. I'm going to win this time, so I'll be hopefully be wearing the sweet ass wrestling belt next episode. You can also find us on Facebook under the same. Just search "Getting Your Nerd On" and find us there. And yeah, so that's it.
Okay, Craig.
Well, you can catch me on Facebook if you want to talk to me there, Craig Kellerman, Facebook. And I do the On Radio show Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. We're live, and we have no holds barred on that show, so it's pretty fun, definitely entertaining to listen to that. So check us out Thursday. That's all I got.
And Oliver?
Same as last night. I'm basically just piggybacking on the end, on your success, on your great success.
So the further I climb up, the further you're just going to ride my coattails, aren't you?
No, I'm going to wait till you get near the top, and then I'm going to leap off you.
Oh, so you're going to push me off?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I thought so. This is what's going to happen, people. He'll be like, I'm Berhan now. Yeah. I am Yoshi. That's exactly it. He's Mario waiting to get the coins. I can see this happening. And guys, you can check out, as I said, nerdgenius.com for more I Got Gameplay episodes as well. This has been our nice E3 coverage episode, part 1 of E3 coverage episode on I Got Gameplay here. You can also check out my brief overview on Nerd Genius YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheNerdGenius, and also dailymotion.com/NerdGenius as well. And if you want to check out basically everyone else's pages and all their channels and stuff that they're doing, check out nerdgenius.com as well. Check out the I Got Gameplay Facebook page, facebook.com/IGotGameplay. Follow me on Twitter @Michael Berhan as well to get more information. So for Jamie Stiles, Craig Kellerman, Oliver Hughes, Zach Latour, Carly DePietro, who's sitting on her ass at the moment watching TV, this is Michael Berhan saying, we've got gameplay. Have you?